It's really nice being here, and I love being able to get together and like be creative in the park.
Spider medicine,
it's
creating a web.
And that's exactly what we do in our storytelling. We awaken people.
Stories of wisdom and respect and love.
My new storytelling circle.
New Year's. Remember the music. Remember the people that you met.
We open the circle by passing this stone around.
I want answers. And the answers is that we are here to tell there are answers. We are the answers. We are the answers. We are the answers. I look at many of you, you are young people, very young people with bright visions about life and hopes and aspirations. Those are the answers. There is no young person who does not aim to live longer than imagination sometimes. I am not very young, but I still continue feeling young. My being here in Toronto has made me 20 years younger. Because I now can walk on snow and not slide. Can overdress and still move very fast. So the whole question of telling our story, if I may focus to the essence of these telling stories, it is because the world needs a new story, new storytellers, and new scripts of story. New storytellers, new scripts of stories, and new themes of stories, and new actors. It's your choice. For me, I have chosen to be that new story, that storyteller, and I know the script. It is to continue saying the world belongs to me. And the school of thought that has brought us here together, and that spirit that continues to connect us, to reclaim our essence, because the story we know is a story that misleads us, misguides us. We are lost. We can't have the most powerful people telling us it is right to go to war and we are going to Iraq. And they just walk to Iraq, dismantle our whole nation, and with no apology. We can't continue having mysteries like 9/11 and put the whole world into paranoid, feelings of fear, of suspicion, of hostility, of, backward imagination, because why should I fear you or you fear me, or why should I, like every time I travel, I look at those people telling me to undress and to remove my shoes, they go on touching me everywhere. What goes in their mind? What is that disconnect that has happened? That you see me as your enemy and I see you as the source of my misery. That we can't trust one another. It is because we have told stories that are only destructive about ourselves. We've accepted scripts of determining how greedy we can be, and how greedy you can be becomes the manifestation of acceptable value. How greedy you can exploit the resources of the world, how greedy we can be disconnected because of acknowledging that, being greedy has risks, have costs, but we would rather take those risks and we would rather pay those costs. So the risks we take is to put our whole world into very tragic situation like we are in now because of climate change, and also to create that kind of interpersonal and interrelationship that is so expensive to maintain because of fear, because of suspicion, because of hatred, because of cruelty between and among ourselves. And this is because we look at the world like we have no connection with one another, like we have no connection with nature. And we have allowed ourselves to be disconnected from the essence of the beginning of our own living, the heartbeat of our life. The land question is a big question. That's now your question. The land question is a big question all over the world. At community levels, at national levels, at continental levels, at global level. The land question, the resources that are supposed to make us have a fulfilled life, the resources that makes us construct stories for who we are. We have constructed a different value on how we relate with those resources. And every story now that we tell is a story of destruction. A story of destruction. Politics of domination and control. Economics of accumulation within all levels. Sociological implications of not having fulfilled life as human beings. Because when we have to live in a world that is constructed and designed in opposites in order to balance, a world of overconsumption in the name of first world, developed world, a good world that has made it. And on the other hand, a world of underconsumption, a world that does not give us a conscience that we can that we can be at peace with ourselves, but we continue to justify. So we have to rethink through, and out of this story of destruction, out of this story of disconnection between and among ourselves, and also a story that continues to put a wider gap between ourselves as people and also with nature, we will need to tell another story. And that is my story.